We traveled so much internationally doing mission trips and that kind of stuff. Matt used to coordinate mission trips at the college. So you travel enough, you see the need. And we've never really felt like we had to have biological children. Like that wasn't, some people really feel that desire. That was never in us.
You know what that is.
I was talking to a friend. She said, wait a minute, you guys want to adopt, you don't want a baby, like you're open to an older child, and you've been in process for 2 years and you don't have a kid. And I was like, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. And she said, well, I'm going to Ethiopia. They emailed us a couple weeks later and said, how about twin 3-year-old girls? I'm like, okay, never thought about twins, but sure.
70, 80, 100.
90. The agency director was in country. She said, I'm going way out to the Sudan border where their girls are from. If you want to go meet their birth family, you can go with me. And you can see the orphanage out there and everything too. I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, let's do that. So we went 14 hours one way on African Road. It's really an orphanage for boys, and boys are very hard to place. Most people want to adopt girls. So it really challenged us, when we decided to adopt again. So we went out to the orphanage to meet the girls' birth family in March of 2009. And when we were out there, we saw 150 boys. In the adoption world, we always say boys wait for families and families wait for girls. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter what country or domestically, families will pick up baby girls like that and pass on baby boys. So once the child's over 5, they're really considered hard to place. Once they're over 1, they're considered a waiting child. If there's a lot of anything, she says, there's 100 of that. This morning, she was like, there's 100 snows. August 14th of 2010, the boys came. Amsalu, who's 8, has only had 1 year of schooling, and it was very basic, and he's still struggling immensely because, of course, he has no basis for school, let alone English. So he knew no English when he came. The girls knew no English either, but they were 3 and a half, and they learned it in a couple of months. The girls know that I help people get babies by filling out paperwork. That's what they told one of my families one day. They're like, we know where babies come from. Chloe said it. She goes, I know where babies come from. Mommy fills out paperwork and babies come home. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how it works around here. Amsalu and Essie and Chloe are all Gumus. That's their tribe. Mickey is Oromia. So we've just been challenged to open our homes to kids that really need a home. Honestly, our 3 Gumus children are very dark. They're Sunnis in heritage, probably more you would think of. Their tribes on either side of the border. And our agency told us they're very hard to find homes for those kids because they are so black. Most Ethiopians are very light. Like Mickey looks more Ethiopian looking, like they have longer noses and smaller lips and that kind of stuff. So somehow people accept those children more. Mickey had 3 years of schooling in Ethiopia, and he's in the 4th grade here. He should be in the 5th grade because he is so intelligent. He grieved very hard for his country when he left because I think he understood that he was leaving and would not see his friends at the orphanage and all that kind of stuff. So we had episodes of just uncontrollable crying for no apparent reason, and then he would just shut down. Sit in his bedroom, stare at the floor for 3 hours. And there's nothing you can do. They just have to go through it, process it, Or they don't know how to deal with it either. They can't vocalize that. So it's classic textbook grieving. But that's become less and less. He's doing better. It was the first 3 months were very, very, very hard. And now the last 2 weeks have been better. It's still going to be a process, though. That's why adoption agencies don't recommend it, usually. Oh well. They've been here, 21 months now? So 4 kids in 17 months, not recommended. I would never let any of my clients do that, but we did it. I just tell people it's not recommended, but that's how our family was built, and that's what we deal with. So it's not about us. It's about the kids needing a home.